Guys, let me take you on a little story, okay? Imagine being a player who has a true passion for competitive integrity in COD. Like, you really love the passion of the game. You're a very competitive player up to the point where you want to join the wagers scene. And better yet, you're a competitive player with integrity. So as a competitive player who wants to get into the wagers scene, what do? Right? You watch aiming videos on YouTube. You watch how to better your movement, how to control your recoil better, how to trace better on enemy players that are moving quickly. You're doing constant research on looking at TTKs for weapons, attachments for these weapons, how to build the best weapon that you can stay competitive in games like the Wager Scene or Warzone Rank. Why do you do this? Well, just like any other player who is trying to be competitive in COD, you need to find the best methods and practices and ways to be that top player. That is the only way that you're going to stand out at the top. So boom, you got everything prepped up. You finally got a good team that you vibe with. You go into the scene and you suddenly feel like you can't hack it in the scene anymore. Players constantly out-aiming you, outplaying you, knowingly have better position with you in final circle, can almost read you like a book when it comes to your gunfights and 1v1s with them. And with you being completely discouraged, you can just chalk it up to them just being naturally better. If that's the case, then GG. But what if it's not? What if you just fought a player who didn't have the same moral values as you, who didn't take the moral high ground in the competitive scene? All that time, all that money that you invested in the pot, in the wager scene, in these matches goes down the drain by someone who thinks that they can swindle other players out of their money, and they just can't stand the thought of losing in these matches. Well, if you dislike these type of players, well, I got a good story for you. There was a recent wagers player that got exposed in 4K for cheating in the wager scene. But before we get into the rest of the video, guys, please let me know in the comments below, are you a wagers player that is playing legit in this scene? And if you are, please drop a comment below. Let us know how your experience is so that other players who are interested in it can at least get an inside perspective of how it could be. And if you are not a wagers player, what is your opinion? Drop a comment below. Let me know of if you think it's actually worth it going into the wager scene in the first place. But if anything, guys, this is going to help the video tremendously. If you drop a like on the video, it costs nothing but a second. And if you did enjoy the content so far, please drop a sub to the channel. We'd love to see you around. All right, let's get to the rest of the video. All right, so credit to Asterix for exposing this person on July 3rd, 11:04 a.m. Now, he posted this. It says, "Not Kish exposing himself cheating LMFAO. What an effing clown. You weren't quick enough deleting this one, dog." And the player being currently exposed right now is Kishin Rama X. Now, this is a screenshot of Kishin posting a scoreboard of his eliminations of this recent dub, but not knowing that in this little corner that you see on the bottom right, there is walls. He is using wall ESP, he is using name ESP as well, and he's also using skeleton ESP. So he is actually using two different types of ESPs in his game. And honestly, guys, I don't know why this keeps happening in the game, because this is majority of the time how these wagers guys get caught. In the last couple of videos where I talked about a recent wager player being exposed, it's always with a scoreboard screenshot, and they didn't realize that walls was in the screenshot. And the reason why this is common is because during stream, during gameplay, when they're recording gameplay and they're streaming gameplay, walls will not show up on the game itself. But if you are screenshotting a display capture on your PC and you don't have a specific filter or privacy thing that is on your PC, then it's going to show everything that is running in the game. That includes the wall ESP overlay. All right, so let's take a look in a deep dive of this guy. So it looks like he blanked out his picture. His profile picture has changed. He took out everything in his bio. He wasn't a big person, right? He only had 180 followers, so he was an up and comer. And just to kind of solidify that he has been exposed and he's admitted to it is, you know, on July 2nd, he posted that it was done. So this is before Asterix had posted it. But after he posted that screenshot, boom, he's posting "see you soon." He ends up now selling his build. And obviously we have some people that was catching on to why he was probably selling his build. We got prospects here saying that shit is hardware banned. Pyro saying cheating broke rat, fries in the bag kid, off to the job center it is. And then he responds saying, "Another cheater coming at me." So did he just admit that he was cheating as well? I mean, it seems apparent, right? There's enough evidence to show that it's not a question of whether he's cheating or not. But here's something that I actually do want to show you, okay? Right over here, $100 Warzone Warzone Chow. We have a $100 Warzone Chow again. We got $1,200 tournament. We got another $1,700 2v2. We got a 2K Detri tourney finals. We got a Twitch finals being at $1,800. We got a 2v2 $500 pot. We have a lot of tournaments that this guy has played in. Now, whether his team won or not, if he were to win all of those winnings, right, he would have totaled up to $11,651 in tournament winnings. And then I noticed this after totaling everything up, right? And put this in the comment if this is true or not. I'm not too familiar with the wager scene, so I don't know what this lingo is. It says N1 for console ranked 12K. Is that 12K stating kind of like a status of how much he's earned to kind of show, hey, I'm a fairly good player, I've earned 12K so far? Is that what that number is? Or is it like 12,000 kills? Or is it like a 12 win average, 12 kill average? Let me know in the comments below, my wager players. And I also want to show you this right here. He reposted this. Please look into this, right? It shows cheaters in rank glitching under the map to get SR, to get some kills. You know, there's that saying, right? Honor amongst thieves. But I think in the cheating scene, to be honest, cheaters don't know, or they won't openly admit that they are also cheating unless they're like really good friends. But I think cheaters who may think that other players are also cheating too, they're not going to have a conversation saying, hey, are you doing the thing? Because there is a fear that if one cheater goes down, if that cheater knows that all of these other people are also cheating, there is a chance, out of spite, out of hate, out of dislike, he's going to expose the rest. It's kind of like knocking down the house of cards. So I think there is an honor among thieves as long as you don't get caught in 4K. The moment that you get caught in 4K, they turn a blind eye. They play dumb. They're like, oh, what? Kenshin was cheating? I did not know that, knowing that they might be cheating themselves. But I digress, guys. That's kind of the position I wanted to put in this video, is that with the anti-cheat being non-existent, you got players like these playing dishonestly. What are the chances that it's even worth it going into the wager scene? You're spending all this money in the pot, you're spending all this time trying to better your aim, trying to better your movement, trying to find out the best loadouts and guns to build, to use in rank, to use in the wager scene, and yet it gets thrown away by guys who simply are poor sport about it, who don't want to play fairly. In my opinion, it's not worth it. If you're really an honest player and you have honest intentions with a good team that is also not cheating, it's not worth it, guys, in my opinion. But for my other players who are playing legit and is trying to survive in the wager scene and trying to make money out of it, hey, good luck to you. Big respects for the fact that you can play in this type of settings with these type of players. I got nothing but sending my regards to the amount of hair that you're probably going to be pulling out of your head because of how crazy this scene is. But if anything, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like to the video if you enjoyed the content, and if you want, drop a sub to the channel. We'd love to have you here. And as always, stay pure, stay noble, and hashtag bring back honest gaming. Noble out.